Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Gebo the Shaman, and today we're going to be talking about Aries in the 12th house. Now, what does it mean when we have Aries in the 12th house? So this would make you a Taurus ascendant, so you're going to want to check out my video on Taurus ascendants. Yeah. Just check out my channel and search for that video. So for this video, we're going to be talking about Aries in the 12th house and what it means to have Aries in your 12th house in your chart. So before we get into that, I want to let you guys know about a sale that I'm having. Currently 30% off at vincent.thunderwizard.com. You can get astrology readings there for 30% off. So that's a pretty good deal. I also have a course available up above in the corner there. It's at patreon.com/GeboTheShaman, and that same course is available down here at gebotheshaman.gumroad.com. The course is available up here for $45 a month, and down here I have courses and meditations starting at $20. And so basically the course that I produced. It's called the Self-Transformation Challenge, and basically it incorporates Kundalini Yoga, Qigong, and meditations to help you to spiritually evolve and spiritually grow, psychologically evolve, psychologically grow, and it also activates your light body and it activates your energy body, so it's good stuff. So we'll talk about Aries in the 12th house. So what does it mean when we have Aries in the 12th house? So to understand this, we need to understand what the sign of Aries is about and what the 12th house is about. So the sign of Aries is the sign of the warrior, the sign of masculine energy, the sign of competition, drive, competition, drive. It's also the sign of that relates to sports and athletics and being an athlete and competing and all that good stuff. So we have that in the house of the 12th house, which is, if you didn't know, the sign of Pisces is naturally the 12th house. So we have Pisces energy here mixed with Aries energy here, and so it's kind of a mix of worlds basically. Because Aries is all about practical action in the world, and Pisces is all about spirituality and living in the other world and being in your own world and your own space kind of thing. So how do these energies mix? How do these energies clash? Well, it kind of balances things out, I would say, because you have, just what I said, you have the practical and you have the spiritual. So you could have somebody who wants to bring some practicality into spirituality and some real, this might be a person who wants to find the practical application for spirituality, basically. So Pisces relates to spirituality. It relates to, the 12th house relates to spirituality. It relates to jails, it relates to hospitals, it relates to nursing homes, things like that. Like faraway places like ashrams and temples and monasteries. It also relates to the sign of, or the planet Ketu, and it also relates to Jupiter, because Jupiter is the planet of spirituality. Jupiter in Vedic astrology is called Guru. So, yeah. So how do these energies mix? Well, you would have naturally somebody who is very passionate about spirituality, but on the other hand, very, it's almost like the spiritual warrior kind of energy, where you have this, the spiritual warrior, because Aries is all about war, it's all about fighting for things, fighting for your principles, things like that. And so we have the sign of the Aries, which is the warrior, in the 12th house. So we have, like, it's very, I don't know, it could turn very fundamentalist. Like, I mean, I would say that there's less of a tendency to be, like, aggressive with your spirituality, than the 9th house, because 9th house was like religion, and that's where we find like terrorists and stuff. Like, Aries in the 9th house, that's like a lot of strong, you better do what I tell you, or that kind of energy. You better believe what I believe, or that kind of stuff. That's less so here in the 12th house. The 12th house is all about spirituality. It's all about going and being, going to the temple and being by yourself and figuring out your own spirituality and meditating and finding, finding spirituality for yourself. So with Aries here, there would be an accelerated drive to find moksha, to find spirituality, to find your spiritual path, kind of thing. And so this would be like somebody who is willing to sacrifice anything and everything for their spirituality, for their spiritual practice, for their spiritual beliefs. And so, the 12th house is also the energy, the house of like sacrifice and giving away your energy and death and the afterlife and stuff like that. So somebody could be passionate about, ghost hunting or stuff like that. Ghost hunting and or things like, there's like, you could work in a hospital, you could work in a jail. I would actually say that the Aries would be more prone to work in a jail in this position, just because it's the warrior. It's not really a healer like you would find in a hospital, but somebody who's like trying to keep the the order in the prison, but I don't know. Anyway, there's a lot of passion to to find spirituality with this placement. There could also be like almost like, well, there's definitely going to be some frustration here because Aries is very impulsive. It's very a very fast moving sign. It's very fast. It's, so, and what is spirituality? Spirituality is not fast. You could spend decades working on a single meditation, and so you have this like clash of energies. One wants to find the quick way to meditation, the quick way to spirituality, and the other one wants to, find, spirituality. So it's kind of like you want to find spirituality, but you're not willing to. I won't say that you're not willing to do the work, because Aries is all about doing the work, but it's like it can be frustrating because you want that spiritual connection, but you've got to be willing to put in years and years of discipline and practice before you get there. And so Aries gets frustrated with this, it wants that, but it's like, it's like I want it now kind of thing. So, but yeah, I mean, it also can have very, very little tolerance for people who, maybe, who are, well, I should say, who are like in the, who are like very materialistic, like, because Aries, well, and you'll have to look at where your Mars is placed too, because it's that can have an impact on this too. But yeah, Aries can kind of look down on people who are materialistic and judge them and stuff, but that's just because they're not as evolved as, or not as like, not on their spiritual journey like Aries is, like this placement is. So yeah, yeah, I think that's about all I have to say for this one, guys. We are good on time, so I'm gonna let you guys go. And before you go, please click. I have the links listed down below too, but click this link, vincent.thunderwizard.com. Go check out my astrology program, or my astrology readings. See what I have to offer and see if that'll be of assistance to you. Also, go ahead and check out my my self-transformation course. It's all about spirituality, and it's all about connecting with your soul and connecting, spiritually. And so you can check that out at patreon.com/Gebo the Shaman. That includes Kundalini yoga, Qigong, and meditations. It's kind of a syncretized thing where we combine multiple spiritual practices and put them together, and you get 10 times the result that you would get by just doing one of them by itself. So it's really powerful. Alright guys, also check out my Gumroad page, gebotheshaman.gumroad.com, and check out my courses, guided meditations, and mantras over there. I have stuff over there starting at $20, so it's really cheap. Yeah, alright guys, so yeah, go ahead and check those links, and we will talk to you next time. Alrighty, I hope you guys have a good day. Peace.